You know what that means? It is Fra La La Friday. I am back. I know I missed a couple of Fridays, been really busy. Just letting you know, next Friday I probably miss it as well, unless I could do it from California. But today is Fra La La Friday, and today what we are going to be talking about is drum roll, ba 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 ba, the chain of gutsy gal confidence. So it's Ro Couture DeSaro here, founder of Gutsy Gals Get More. This is your place to find the truth and to really step into who you are, own your power, and show up powerfully and create those programs and get your message out there so that you could change the world. But not give up your lifestyle, not give up who you are, not give up your values, any of that in order to run this profitable business. So today, we are talking about the chain of gutsy gal confidence. So, confidence is a necessary attribute for pretty much everything in the way of life, right? Not just in business. It is so much more than just business. And, playing sports, we need confidence. Taking care of our children, we need confidence. Doing our jobs, our careers, our business, we need confidence. You know, you need confidence on setting your intentions, and men need confidence on setting goals. And I'll talk about the difference between goals and intentions and men and female a little bit on, so stick around to find out the difference. I'm always about women and not for setting goals. We set other things, so stick around and I'll explain that one. So, but when we look at this and we always hear, do women have the confidence to go up there and you know what would they say? Like, take the bull by the horns, But do women have the confidence? We always hear women lack confidence. And the truth of the matter is, the studies are coming out. No, we do not lack confidence. So I thought I was just going to come on and talk about, well, what exactly is confidence then? So, and where, if we do lack confidence, because we're always saying, I hear from my clients all the time, is I want more confidence. Can I be a gutsy gal? Can you make me be a gutsy gal? I mean, that's, the things that I hear. And so you first have to understand, well, what is confidence, to then know, but okay, where can I get more confidence? Because confidence is it's a situational feeling. It's a, right? So, I was very confident in the business world, which is why I broke the glass ceilings I did in my 20s, on Wall Street in the 80s. But I was not confident as a mom. And when I gave birth, my first child, I was 36, 2 weeks before I was turning 37. I had my first child, had my second child at 40. So yes, I did the 40 and pregnant thing. I know what that's all about. If you ever want to talk about that, that's a whole nother discussion, but certainly willing to do that. So, but I just didn't feel confident as a mom. I didn't feel that, well, just because I'm a woman, I should know what to do as a mom. I was like, no, I don't know what to do, but I don't know who to ask, because they say I'm a woman and I'm supposed to know what to do. And my husband's coming to me saying, like, well, you know what to do. You're a woman. And I was like, no, it doesn't exactly work that way. So, getting off topic a little bit, but it's just bringing out my point that you could be confident in one area and not confident in another area. So, something to think about, something to really, really think about. So, what exactly is confidence? And I call this chain of gutsy gal confidence because it is a chain. There's like a chain of events. It's a chain of attitudes. It's a chain of beliefs. It's a chain of thoughts. It's a chain of actions that make up who we are and whether we feel confident or not. So let's break down this chain and take a look at, well, what exactly is it? What's in the chain that makes up, when you pull it all together and you add the links and you link together, you have this beautiful chain linked fence. Although that's not the best looking fence out there, but that's okay. You get my point. If you're a biology major, then you could link cells. You could do whatever you want to do. So whatever visual you want, by all means, it is yours. Go out and have it. So if we look at the origin of the word confidence, it comes from the Latin word confidere. It almost sounds like it's French more than Latin, but it's Latin. which means to trust or have faith in. So when you hear so many times of like what it takes to be successful in business, you have to trust your gut. You have to trust your decisions. You have to have faith that it's all going to happen and it's all going to work out. You have to have faith to believe. So it actually does come from the definition. It's right there, in the word of confidence. So you have to trust to have integrity, to have strength. You have to trust to have the ability, the surety, like the certainty, right, in ourselves. You have to trust all that in yourself. So that sounds like a tall order. I got to trust my integrity. I got to trust my certainty. I got to trust my strength. I got to trust my ability, my capabilities. All that goes into it. So the bottom line is then when you can have trust in all those different areas, when we trust ourselves, we have confidence. I always say confidence comes from within. Too often we look to the outside world to give us confidence. We look for others to validate us, to give us confidence. We look for measures of success to give us confidence. We look for mentors and other people to say, yay, good job, like what you're thinking, to give us confidence. We look for feedback, from others to give us confidence, when those are all the wrong places to look for confidence. Confidence starts from within. Confidence starts from when you have confidence from within yourself, you are strong. You are not going to second guess yourself. You are not going to break your boundaries. You're not going to, submiss yourself to what other people want you to be. And that's just a few examples. So trust is the first chain in confidence. You got to trust in yourself, but you do have to trust in others as well. You do have to trust that the feedback you're getting from others is accurate. It's a feedback that doesn't come with an agenda attached to it, so that the other person is giving you an honest feedback that's not based on an agenda for them, things like that. So you do have to trust in others as well. So there's two other major contributors to our confidence besides the trust factor that I just said, but that's the first chain. And the contributors that give you the trust is, the first thing is seeing ourselves as having value and worth. So that's why we hear so much about self-value, self-worth. And this is an area that I think this is where women's link to this chain starts to get broken, because they're not contributing their self-worth and their self-value to it, because that comes from within. And we're looking that from the outside world to give us this okay, and to give us this, like, it's all cool and it's all good, to give us that confidence. So, but when you can know that your self-value and your self-worth is there just by the mere fact that you were born, that you are a human being, that's when you can start to tap into your confidence. It's like, who I am is valuable just because I am. And what I think, what I want, what I feel is valuable because I am a human being. And if you're around me, you say, because God put that inside of you. So, you have those gifts, you have those talents, and that's just because you were born. And therefore, that's where you have self-value and self-worth. So just in that alone, because we are breathing human beings, is to know that you have self-value and self-worth. So that's like a mindset shift that you could take immediately to start increasing, your value of your confidence, I should say. The second is having a healthy opinion. And I actually have this written out and I'm not showing it. Haha. So trust. I'm glad I pre-wrote this and I didn't do it. Trust is the first chain. Still learning my BeLive TV system, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So trust is that first chain that I said. And then there are two major contributors to it. The first one is your self-value and your self-worth. So that is a major contributor that's going to help you, strengthen this chain. And then the second one, as we're going down here, is having a healthy opinion about yourself. Healthy opinion that really, 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 it's like, it's having this healthy opinion of who we are as individuals, not even as a woman or as a man, but as a person, as a human being, as a soul. As a soul, having a healthy opinion about yourself is a major contributor for you gaining and getting your confidence from within. And because when you do, it's unstoppable. No one can break that chain when it comes from internally. It's strong. That chain is solid, 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 solid. Like the chainsaw won't break it. Um, so you need to start to feel confident about, your unique strengths, your unique brilliance, as you always hear me calling it, and the talents that you bring to the world. So, really having that good opinion about yourself. So if you're second guessing your opinion of what your gifts are, what your talent is, or if you think your talent, nobody's going to want it, it's not useful, or I don't know anything, you're saying you don't know anything because you haven't really spent time on really figuring out what your gifts and your talents are. But once you have this healthy opinion of yourself as an individual, and the gifts and the talents and the unique brilliance and the uniqueness that you bring to the table, can you have that beautiful inner confidence that's just masterful, that's just feels good, and just like you could walk into a room and you could own it. You could put a program together and you could be, wow, this is amazing. You could listen to other people as to what their needs are so that you could create a program so that, you have the solution, create a program based on what their needs are and what they're looking at. So it gives you that ability to be mindful and present, and that deep empathy of listening to what their needs are and their problems are, and creating a program from that place. That's a powerful place to create programs too. So that's the healthy opinion. But there are other links to the chain of the fence. There are other links, obviously, because without it wouldn't be a chain if you weren't having links that put them all together. But as you get all these links together, then your confidence just becomes more and more unstoppable and unchangeable. No one's going to rock your boat. From that perspective. So the other one is what do I wanted to? I had it. I know it in my mind what I wanted to say. But before that, I know this is why this was throwing me off. Before that is that when we have increased confidence, this is why I was going backwards. So when we have increased confidence, we can accept these new challenges and take on new risks. So besides being unstoppable and not letting anybody get to you and change your mind and all that kind of stuff, in addition to that, you're able to accept new challenges. You're able to you're able to have an inspired action. And I'm going to talk about action in a moment, but you're able to have this inspired action that's going to enable you to put your gifts out there in the world, to be seen and to be heard. And you're able to put a voice behind your gifts and your talents. So when you can put that voice behind it, then you can take risks. And then when you can take risks, then that's when the magic's going to happen. When you're able to take on these challenges and these risks, and no one's going to stop you, and you're not going to change your mind, and you're not going to try this new idea of the month and this flavor of the month, and that kind of thing. So and then when you get faced with when you get faced with setbacks and adversity, no one's going to rock your boat. No one's going to rock your boat because you come from this solid place of confidence. So, and then here's something else. And can I remember when someone just said it today? And I say this all the time. The difference, I say this with my clients. It's like, they say to me that I seem like I'm always confident, and then I'm always gutsy, and I'm always this way, and I'm always happy. And you know what? It doesn't mean I am that way 24/7. It doesn't mean I'm always in that place. in that flow state. But what it does mean is that when I catch myself getting off, or when I see that, I'm kind of getting off track, I get back on track a lot faster than the average person that doesn't do this work. So that's the difference, is that you're able to bounce back quicker, you're able to bounce back easier, and you're able to recognize when you're even getting off track, or when this adversity happens, that it's not the end of the world, that it doesn't mean it's the end. It just means, okay, we need to take a little step back and maybe retweak, maybe we take a look. Let's review what worked, what didn't work, what do we need to change, what do we continue. That's all it means. It doesn't mean you like falter and just give up and just say it'll never work because I keep having all these adversities. No, 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 no. So our willingness to stretch ourselves, our willingness to stress ourselves and persevere is not going to happen until we add two more things to this links, to this chain of confidence. Okay. So we need to add two more. So how do we, because that's the next question, right? How do I do this? How do I get this? And that's that feeling confident that you see coming across the screen. Because when, everything's about thoughts, right? You could hear that you could take any personal development course. I mean, this has been from, Think and Grow Rich, which has been out, over 100 years, about thoughts are things, and it's our thoughts. And that's, so that changes everything. It's our beliefs and our thoughts that create the actions, right? That create the feelings. And then after the feelings is what creates the action. So we all know this. That is basic. That is simple. But our thoughts alone, I spoke about stretching ourselves. I'm just trying to stay in order. And I spoke about, just to kind of recap before I go on, we have to trust is the first thing in the chain of the link, right? And it really comes into seeing ourselves as well, self-value and self-worth, because we're human beings, because we were born and we breathe. So just from that mere fact alone, we're worthy. Having a healthy opinion of ourselves as to who we are and our gifts and the talents and the unique brilliance that we bring to the world. So start having, so that we can start feeling, confident in that place, so that we can start stretching ourselves to, accept new challenges and take on the risks. And then, so that we could persevere when adversity hits and setbacks hit, and we could just bounce back quickly, really, really quickly. So positive thinking, we hear about that. Positive thinking is cool. It's a critical part. We need to be thinking about what's working instead of what's not working, and thinking moving forward, and have that growth mindset, not a scarcity mindset, not looking into the past, just having like, well, how can I grow? What's possible for me now? Those kind of mentality and talking, and, and thinking solid from within, having those thoughts from within. So that's what's important there. And then, and here's where I differ, where most personal development presenters are out there, and maybe even coaches. Yeah, lots of coaches I talk about, because I'm here about feminine leadership and about feminine power. So here's where we change, because what most people will say now actually is action, right? We need to take action, and we do need to take action. And action is a masculine energy, totally masculine energy. So we create our confidence from our tapping into our feminine wisdom, tapping into our feminine powers, tapping into who we are, tapping into that. And then, combine it with the positive thinking. And so that's critical, important of building confidence. And but our thoughts are not enough. And most people would then say, it requires us to get in action. And yes, it does. But I'm going to say it requires us to get into an inspired action. So most people out there, for women, will say that you need to set goals, and you need to achieve your goals. And they start getting in these money hungry, and like, here's your steps and here's what you got to do, and just go out and do it. And if it's if it's not working, well, then suck it up, buttercup, and just push through it and keep pushing through it and do it. And this is where the disconnect, the link happens with confidence for women, because the disconnect is that's not what it takes for women who want to tap into their feminine energies, want to have this balance of masculine and feminine sides, and want to say that the masculine and feminine parts of me are perfect balance and harmony, and I am at peace and all is well. Women is what we're looking for. I see this so much with high achieving women that are like, they're went out to be doctors and lawyers, and they're financial planners, and they're coaches, and they're executive coaches, and they're doing all these, and they're IT professionals, and they're VPs and executive VPs, and they're on the board of directors. And then they wake up in their 50s and they're unfulfilled, or they're fully stressed out, and they don't know what end is up. They just don't know what end is up, and they're taking care of their mothers, and they're taking care of their kids, and they're not taking care of themselves, and they leave themselves to the side, and they want to know why they're making money and they're doing all this and they have kids, and why am I not happy? And why are so many women going on to higher women being in depression than men, and taking all these, these pills and all this kind of stuff to stop it, because they're going into this push, do this mode, instead of, as women, we need to set our intentions. We set our why. Why are we doing it? Why do we want to make an impact in the world? Why do we make it? Why do we want to make a difference? Why do we want to make this transformation? Why? We have solutions. We're problem solvers. That's what women are. We're problem solvers. We are nurturers. We are visionaries, and we are problem solvers. That's what we bring to the table. I have my core values as a certified core values representative. The women that are on my tribe, take my team, majority, 95% of them are nurturers, love energy, and wisdom energy. And that's the problem solvers. The problem solvers and the visionaries, we're the creatives of the world. We see what's wrong. We're able to see the patterns. We're able to see what's going on. And we're able to see where that disconnect is with the outside world. And we're able to come up with the solutions. Problem is, we don't see it for ourselves because we don't stop and listen. We don't stop and look for it within ourselves. We don't take that time out for ourselves to see, well, where is that disconnect within us? If we did, that's when we gain the confidence. So what I'm saying is critical for women to important is to set our intentions, set your why, ignite your potentials, know what your why is, and know, where are you in service, and how are you in service, and what is your, get into your unique gifts and talents, and show up from there. Because then once you have inspired action, you will take action. But if you're trying to take action, if you're a female and you're procrastinating and you're wondering why you're not taking action, it's because you're probably trying to do it from the masculine viewpoint. And so how do we do this? How do we get out? If this is you and you want to know, well then, okay, Ro, I get you. Yeah, I'm feeling that way. Yeah, I don't have a time of day for myself. Yes, I'm not feeling as so fulfilled. Yes, I started my business to make a difference in the world. And you know what? No one's hearing me. I'm not getting my voice out there. I'm playing small, and it's not working, and I'm not making the money I used to make. And if I don't do something quickly, I may have to give up my dream. And I don't want to give up my dream. Or I'm just going to have to give up and let this 30, 40, 50 pounds that I gained because of the stress be, well, so la vie. It is what it is. Fa la la. I need to, gain this weight because I've been stressed out, because I have no time for myself. So you give up, you sacrifice your health, you sacrifice your family, you sacrifice maybe your business, you're sacrificing. So if you're sacrificing and you're doing all this, then I do have a solution for you. And if you want to hear the solution, raise your hand and say, yay, I want to hear the solution. And as for you, those that are replaying, I'm going to give you the solution anyway. And you know that. And my solution is to find your inner confidence, find out who you are, love who you are, into really being having that healthy opinion of your gifts and your value, and bringing everything that I said here, finding, first of all, trusting in your thoughts, trusting in who you are, trusting in what you're bringing out to market, having that healthiness of your self-worth and your self-value, getting that healthy opinion of all this, so that you could feel confident, and then you could stretch yourself you keep stretching and stretching, but stretching in a nice way that feels good, so that and it takes, and you could persevere and bounce back when the crap hits the fan, right? And it starts from thinking from within, so that you can get this inspire action and go out there and do what you plan to do. And that's why I've created my summer circles for women this summer, and I have in-house live versions outdoors on the beach, and I have online versions for those of you that don't live in New Jersey. And it is what I'm calling is the Power of series. This is my third year that I'm doing this. The circles have changed this year. They are bigger, they're bolder, they're better. Why? Because I'm a growth mindset expert. And I am always growing, and I am always growing. And because I am going deeper and wider, and I am going, getting the energy from everywhere out, from there, it's, you know, bringing my energy from my whole being and learning and growing. Well, the beauty is I get to bring that to you. So, which is just from a side point, is why I don't care if women follow what I'm doing, because you know what? They could do my circles what I did last year, because I'm not doing that this year. I am on to bigger, bigger, deeper, wider. And I've included coaching into my circles now. I am including having conversations that matter. Women need to get together and have these deep conversations. We come together in community. We need to and have that. And then also go into the circles to uncover what's going on. This is about learning, about having the deeping into the power of who you are, deeping into the power of being a woman and owning it, and owning our feminine superpowers and owning that, and deepening into also our sisterhood and how we could use this power of sisterhood to grow our businesses and to better our lives. I see it all too often with women especially corporate women who've been by themselves, and they're not in a community of women. They're going to wake up one day and be like, I need my women. I need my community of women, and find it. So what I've done is I have pulled all those together and created my circle theme for this year is become a powerful creator. Last year was the I Am series. This series, it's the power of. Last year was I am enough. I am visible. I am unstoppable. I am sexy. I am powerful. All that. This year, we're deepening, and we're going into the power of become a powerful creator. Break your inner glass ceiling and sparkle your diamond. It's time to sparkle, ladies. Who wants to sparkle? Who wants to sparkle, the diamond? So the power of series is the power. I'm going to break it down into July and August. In June, we're going to do our kickoff. But right now for July, what I'm going to do in the beginning of July, it's going to be the power of who you are. Deepen into that. The power of remember when I first started my programs and fall in love with you? It's deepening into the power of falling in love with who you are and your gifts. What I said earlier about how that brings confidence. It's about, then we're going to be, the second half, we're going to be actually going in through, well, what are the barriers that are holding you back? How can you break through your own inner glass ceiling? We create our set points. We create our own glass ceilings. We allow ourselves to only go so far. So how could I create that? How could I break through that glass ceiling and then go? So then once we break through the glass ceiling in August, what we're going to do is we're going to help you find your North Star. You're going to find your brilliance. You're going to find how your confidence, and you could own who you are. You'll be deepening into your wisdom. As a woman, you'll be able to start creating that masterpiece that you've been so longing to want to crave. You'll be able to do all these great things. You'll be able to Stop putting off what you want to do. You'll be able to trust your voice. You'll be able to make right decisions and not second guess them. How many of you is second guessing your decisions? You'll be able to transform your insecurities, your wounds, your jealousies, your competitive patterns, and claim your true radiance. Because in the second half in August, that's what we're going to do. We begin claiming our feminine radiance. When I did the last 2 years, the 2.5 years I've been with circles, when we get into the circle of self-expression and then of what you want to be as a woman and what do you yearn to be as a woman, radiance is one of the most number one words that pops up, that women want to be radiant. And when they hear that word radiant, it's like, yes, if I could be radiant, then my whole life will change. Well, if you join the program with circles, by the time of everything we work through, and by when we get to the middle of August, to the end of August, that's you're going to be stepping into your feminine radiance. And you're going to be able to create from that power standpoint. You're going to have that really deep foundation, because we've explored the parts that you've been hiding. We explored the parts that you've been isolating, and we broke through those parts. So it's no more hiding. It's no more shame. It's no more being alone. It's no more I'm not enough. It's now I am, just like we did last year. I am. So you're going to feel reborn. You're going to feel energized. You're going to be ready to take this inspired action, because you're going to have that inner confidence. Your chain of Gutsy Gal confidence is going to be so strong, like I said, that you couldn't get like 3 trucks. You couldn't get the strongest man on earth to break it. You couldn't get it. No one will break you. How does that feel? How would that feel? What would that do for you? If no one could break you, what would that do for you? Would that give you that power? So what we're going to do is we're going to ignite your potential first. This is how we're going to kick this off the whole beginning of the summer. It's going to be the summer solstice. Normally I do it actually on the date, but I'm going to be doing a summer solstice closing celebration from a training that I'm going to be in San Francisco, where we have world-renowned women from all over the world. I forget how many countries are going to be there, and I'm going to be doing it with these, beautiful group of powerful women. And then, so we're going to be doing it just a few days later this year. It's going to be on June 25th. We're going to watch the sunset. It's going to be from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. here live, in the central New Jersey area, right off the Jersey Shore. And it's $35. $35. Let me, even if you don't do the whole circle program, which I think you're probably nuts if you don't, but no. But it's the beginning is it's $35 just to come to the first one, and it is going to be there to set you off on fire, because it is the solstice. It's the beginning of the season. You're like the longest day of the year. We'll probably be off by a minute because it's a few days later, and I'm gonna set you on fire, and I'll set you on fire. And for those that go into the full series of programs, you're going to be able to do what I had said earlier in July. And August, which is in July, is really getting into falling in love with who you are and understanding what your unique brilliance and gifts are, and breaking through your inner glass ceiling, and then finding your true North Star, your guide that, that nothing could stop you from there, and then tap into your feminine radiance. So the summer kickoff solstice is, it is on, let me put it on. It's on June 25th. It's 6:30. It's going to be on the beach. If you're not local and you want this, I'm giving it to you also. June 27th in the evening, same time, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do this online. And listen, ladies, when I first started doing circles, I'm a belly to belly person. I'm all about the connection and feeling it and being there. And then I had this reservation that these online, it's just not going to be the same. It's not going to work. We're not going to be able to get transformation. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be lasting transformation. And I was so dead wrong. I gave in, I did a circle, and every woman in that circle had transformation, and they still talk about it today. And actually, and I have some of those women have already signed up for the Summer Circle series, so they want more. And so that's like the beauty of it. So it does work online. So if you're not here local, here in New Jersey, and I have women coming from North Jersey, South Jersey, coming in for the circles live. But if you're elsewhere in the world, in the country, and you want to do this, June 27th, I'm going to have it online at the same time, 6:30 p.m. So this is about you owning your voice, you speaking your truth, because that's what we do in circles. This is what we do in the conversations. You speak your truth. You hear other women speaking their truth. That there is magic in that. Trust in the magic of women coming together. You step into your brilliance and you rise up to your full potential. It's time for women to rise up. It's time for us to support sisterhood. It's time for us to be who we are. There is room for all of us. I am with this group of women. There's like about 400 women that are in this group that I'm with, and I'm going to be with 150 of them live. And they are so powerful. These are women who want to change the establishment in the medical world, that want to change the establishment in the financial world, that want to change how we view and look at things, and it's just amazing, amazing, amazing. So here's your sign up. And I have it where we're going to do, and I didn't mention this, if you do the full service program, you could actually mix and match the circles. I'm going to have circles for those in the morning, because what better way to start your day than starting your day on the beach, having the healing energy of the ocean and the sun rising. And when you start your day that way, you will be powerful, powerful, powerful. So I was never a morning person. I'm a morning person now. I'm in the gym by 6 o'clock. So this is my first year that actually I'm going to be doing circles where 6:30 is not going to be like, because now I get to the gym and I'm up at 6 o'clock. When I first started these circles, that was not me. It was hard for me to get out of bed to get there and be set up by 6:30 a.m. So I'm so looking forward to it just for that alone. But it's amazing what that does to you, what it does to your perspective for the whole day. It gives you the power. Then I also have sunset. So that'll be on Thursday mornings, every Thursday mornings, not every single one, but because I am going on vacation. So 6:30 to 8:30, I'll be there. And then Tuesday evenings is when I'm going to have the sunset circles. And Wednesday afternoons I think it's Wednesday afternoons I did it. Wednesday afternoons. The dates are on there. When you click on this link, you'll see all the dates and the details. The dates are on there for the online version. So if you sign up and you're here local, and for some reason, if the weather was really bad for a morning one, then you could go to the online. In the evening, if the weather is bad, I have an indoor place at the Renaissance, the studio, which is a gorgeous facility in Red Bank. Beautiful Zen environment. It's probably the next best thing if we can't be outdoors. So the sunset ones, they're going, whether it's nice or not nice. But if you can't personally make it, you can make it for the breakfast ones. Well, it's not breakfast, but the morning glories, I should say, where you can make it online. The onlines will be recorded. So if you purchase the full series, you'll get the online. I do have it for the first 5 people who sign up. I am going to be throwing in some coaching. I'm throwing in a coaching session so that you can implement everything that we went through. So maybe at the end of the summer, throw in a coaching session. Okay, now what's your next step? And so I could take you into that next. What do you do now with all this? Where do you go? Throwing that in for the first 5. I have only a couple left on that. Just announced this yesterday. And what else am I giving? Oh, if you sign up by the summer solstice, which is June 21st, you will get my online program, my online course on how to sign on new clients with grace and ease. That is $1,000 course that I will be giving. It's actually a $697 because the videos are raw, they're live, so I haven't like tweaked them yet to make them perfect for online course. Once I do that, it'll be a $997 course. Right now, it's a $697 because it's from a live event that I did. But the material, the content is awesome. So if you want to, like I said, let me get back to here. Oops. You want to own your voice. You want to speak your truth. You want to step into your brilliance. You want to rise up into your full potential. You want to be there. You want to create something that, transforms and changes the world and makes a difference in this world and make money doing that. You want to make money and you want to be profitable, but yet you want to have fun and you want to have a lifestyle to go with it and you want to enjoy yourself and have fulfillment, then this is to go. So it sounds amazing, Ro. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. Again, it's Friday, Fra La La Friday. Thank you for joining me here. I am going to put this video out there for people to see. And this is the sign up for. I hope to see you on the beach or online with my circles so we could have this transformation together. And, so the chain of Gutsy Gal confidence again. First chain to the link is trust. And the way we can get that, we need to contribute that is by understanding our own self-worth and our own self-value, having a healthy opinion of who we are and what our unique gifts and talents are. And that's how we could start feeling confident about what we do and our thoughts. And once we start that, then we can start stretching ourselves, taking new challenges, taking new risks, doing that stuff, and persevere when crap hits the fan. I mean, bottom line, get back on track when stuff. So it's a way of thinking from within, gaining your confidence from within, and doing that so that you could take inspired action. So the inspired action I want you to take today is signing up for the Power of series online beach circles and live beach circles and online women's circles, power circles. And here is the sign up one last time. Gutsy Gals circles, capital G, capital GG, and C. So thank you for being here. Love to you all. If you have any questions, type into the comment box. And if you want to sparkle this, by all means, go out there and get this video into the hands of everybody that you know. Okay? I would love you for that, and I love you for that if you don't too either. So enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. I'm here to answer your questions. Just hit replay, hit your comments. I will be back here answering your questions. So take care. Bye-bye.